Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
At one time, just about every geek was a newbie. Some might argue that I'm still somewhat of a newbie. Well, it depends on what the technology is. I mean, certainly I'm more passionate about some things than I am about other things. I'm, as far as life is concerned, a newbie at only 34 years old. Anyway, I got a top 5 list here from Nerd Girl in chat, and apparently she was trouble earlier. No matter, she's got a pretty good top 5 list, and this is a good top 5 list, and that she says she spent over an hour on this original documentation that's really geared towards, well, let me read her description. We all get old. None of us want to, but that's a fact of life. As we get older, the World Wide Web gets newer. We find ourselves not able to keep up with the new world because we're still stuck spending senseless hours checking 20 emails and trying to figure out how to install a program on Vista. For those of you like me, going on 21 for the 9th year in a row, here are top 5 tips to help you get through the old stuff so you can stay hip with the new. No, I didn't say 5 tips to getting a new hip. Number 5, book it before you book it. Now, let's say you're in the bored surfing mood and you come across a cool website that you like and would like to go back to it. The little favorite button or bookmark button will remember it for you. That way you don't spend 30 minutes to an hour frustrated trying to figure out the website. Let's see, was it .net, .org, .com, .tk, .uk? Yeah, so just book it before you book it. And besides, if I was just a mood website, or if it was just a mood website, you can always right-click and delete that bookmark or favorite later. Bookmark it before you book it. You know, that's pretty creative. Number 4, you have the best pop-up blocker installed, and there's certain nothing that's crap is getting through. And if it does, you just hit cancel, and what the heck? You're looking at their World Wide Web. You're thinking, what the www? I click cancel. So not only does this crap still get through, you also have to read it before you click it. For example, some will say, to continue to the website, click cancel. Then sneaky sons of www.coms did it again. Don't waste another 15 minutes of what you got left on your life playing click that pop-up. So you got to read this stuff kind of carefully just before you go click, 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 click. You never know what you're clicking. And you know what makes me really mad? Is seeing banner ads that look like they're dialogue boxes. And see, the funny thing is most of them are designed so that you are on Windows. It looks like it's a Windows dialogue, which works for the advertiser if you're running Windows, but if you're on OS 10, I'm looking at it, I'm like, gee, wow, that can't be an ad. It's just kind of funny. Number 3, the dreaded email. You always check your email when you get online. Yesterday, even though it took you 2 hours, you got your email down to 0, and now it's back up. Let's say the average email is like, what, 20 new messages a day? I'm just guessing because that's about what I get, and I'm a pretty average user. Now, you don't want to waste another 2 hours checking and replying and wondering who that Jim is that says he knows you and has been looking for you. So you probably don't know this like the hip kids do, but not all spam messages make it into the spam folders. Them sneaky sons of www.coms can sure sneak up in there. Trust me, 9 times out of 10, you are not the lucky winner in a drawing, nor have you been selected in a special giveaway, and honey, even though your memory's going, you don't know Jim. I personally hit the little spam button on those emails, and eventually, after a couple times, they go away. So even though the email may be legit, it may sound legit, may even look legit, doesn't make it legit. If in doubt, throw it out. Number 2, not that this has ever happened to me before, you find yourself in, let's say, Chris's chat room at live.pirillo.com, and let's say the topic is gadgets. Now all the youngins are chatting and swapping gadget recipes, and you find yourself lost asking, hey, well, what's an iPod? What's a 3G card? And of course nobody answers you because they're thinking, you gotta be kidding me, right? They're just messing around. Well, here's a tip. Make Google your new best friend. When you're lost, Google will help you find your way, and hey, taking a few minutes to Google something is a lot better than looking silly or like an old fart in chat. Now, these are her words, not mine. It's true. Search for something. If it's something that you see popping up over and over and over again, if you can't figure it out and no one's answering, well, the answer could be sitting inside a search engine. And that kind of falls back to her first tip about book it before you book it. You can save bookmarks on Google. I love the fact that when I log into my Google account, it saves a history. Now, some privacy advocates freak out about this, but I love that because I'll be like, what was that one search that pulled it up? I remember the search. And it will save your entire search history in Google. So instead of now, ask me the last time I saved a bookmark. Ask me. The last time I saved a bookmark. I don't. I just go to Google. Google is my bookmarks. Whether it's my Google history or it's just Google in general. That is my bookmarks. Because if it ain't in Google, I don't know what to tell you. Number one, watch your links. You're chatting with one of your online buddies and they send you a link to, let's say, Microsoft.com. Because earlier you had Googled some new software that just came out and you'd like to buy it. So you click the link, find the software, and give all your info. And weeks later, your credit card had maxed out. If you carefully looked at that link, was it really Microsoft.com? This is just an example, though I'm pretty sure with your protection, maybe something that drastic won't happen. That's one way your passwords and info can get stolen. Sometimes you're better off to type in the link directly rather than wasting your time by clicking and going through and trying to get the mess resolved later. It's very, very true. Another thing I suggest for staying away from those phishing websites, phishing, that's how that type of phishing is spelled. That would be sites that exist to siphon the info from you, the info that you give them freely. You think you're entering in your information into the bank's website, when in fact that's not your bank's website, but there's no easy way for you to detect that. Newer versions of Firefox, like 3.0, they've got a beta out now. When it goes final, it's going to be really, really good in terms of helping you detect phishing websites, scam websites automatically without you even looking. The browser will tell you. Another layer of protection for you in terms of scams and phishing sites is OpenDNS.com. OpenDNS, a parent's best friend, a computer, or I should say internet enthusiast best friend too, because you're able to. Well, let me put it this way: I turned it on. Nothing to install. It's something you set up in your network, and they've got the instructions on the website. I've talked about it so many times before. It's free, and it will keep your entire network from pulling up any kind of potentially bad website. It's really kind of neat. I think it's the tool you don't need to install that your ISP definitely doesn't give you that should come with every internet connection. It's my opinion. I could be wrong. However, I think these are really good general guidelines, especially for new users or users who've been around for a while and just kind of forget about the basics. Certainly, we've all been there. Sometimes I have to be reminded, oh yeah, I guess I do have the bookmark system if I really, really do want to bookmark something. Anyway, just curious what you guys think. If you have any other tips for computer newbies, tech newbies, internet newbies, hardware newbies, software newbies, newbies in general, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. And maybe it's, newbie at life. I mean, I have nothing in my head, if I try to index anything here, that would explain to me how to take care of a household plant. I'm a newbie when it comes to taking care of plants. And that's why I have bamboo sitting in pebbles. Because I just pour water in there, and if you hadn't noticed or heard at the live stream, my wife Ponzi has often scolded me for not even watering them. That's why I don't have a lot of plants around here. Anyway, my email address, again, is chris@pirillo.com, and you are also welcome to swing by the chat room, the website where we've got this live video that's being, fed out over the internet, and we're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.